police did tests on Aidan Critchley when they arrested him, right? And he couldn't possibly have attacked Maxine and Emily because he was drugged to the eyeballs.
Yeah, well, they're all on drugs, these thugs.
Not sleeping pills, they're not.
Eh?
He was absolutely full of it. Full of diazepam. Now, that's what I was supposed to be on, you know, months back. But I left it behind when I ran away from our Gales.
Well, the lad drank a whole bottle of vodka that he thought Sarah had left for him. But she never did any such thing.
No, and the sleeping pills were in this bottle of vodka, right? So come on, who could have got hold of those pills? And who could have put that vodka where Aidan Critchley could find it?
Richard Hillman.
Exactly.
But what do we do? I mean, the police...
Oh, I'm frankly sick of the police looking at me like I should be in the home for the bewildered. Not to mention a few other people. But anyway, I've said to our Sarah, I said, Sarah, you must go and tell your mother exactly what you've told me.
You're going to have to tackle Gail yourself, though, as well. Well, you know that, don't you, Audrey?
My daughter hates me for all the things I've been saying about her precious Richard. She absolutely hates me. Oh, all right, all right.
Bye, kids. See ya.
Bye. See ya.
Time you two were at school.
Oh, Mum, your eternity ring looks great.
Yeah, doesn't it just?
How much did Richard pay for it again?
I don't know. It's not polite to ask.
Sooner have money than a ring, mate.
It's not the money that matters.
Mama.
It's what the ring symbolises.
That means what it stands for underneath.
I know, I'm not thick.
Because, I mean, think about it. Not everything's what it seems on the surface. I mean, look at Aid Critchley. Everyone thinks he murdered Maxine Peacock.
That's enough about Aid Critchley. I don't want to hear his name mentioned in this house.
I'll get it.
Yeah, but Mum...
I mean it, Sarah. When I think of the harm that wicked boy's caused in his short life, the subject's closed.
Morning.
Morning.
Hi, do you fancy walking to school with me?
Yeah, she does. Thank you, Todd.
You're dead right not wanting to marry the baby's father just because you're pregnant. I mean, you're not just getting a husband, are you? You're getting all his family as well. I mean, I did. And my brother Peter, his fiancée Shelley, she's called. Well, she's going to get all our lot. Actually, she had a bit of a preview yesterday.
Oh, yeah? What happened yesterday?
Well, she invited us for Sunday dinner. So there was like my mum, my dad, my gran, me and my boyfriend. And a little bit of bickering, and she just couldn't take it. I mean, I do not know what Peter sees in her, I don't really.
Oh?
Oh, she's so ordinary. I mean, not bad-looking, I suppose, but wet.
Well, your brother must see something in her, or he wouldn't be engaged to her.
Yeah, well, what it is, I don't know, because he could do a lot better than that.
Lucy's florist. No, we can't talk. Because there is nothing you can say that'll make me change my mind.
Hi, Peter.
Morning, Ash.
All right, mate. How are you, young man?
Hey.
How is he?
I don't know. I think he's missing his mum. Makes you wonder what damage it'll do, you know, from not having her.
Yeah, well, no use worrying, Ash. You just keep him warm and fed and loved. Can't do more than that.
I'll just be best I can for him.
Yeah.
Won't get any help from my dad, though.
Sold another flat.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well done.
At the full asking price, too. Gail, somebody up there likes me.
Somebody down here likes you, too.
We'll sell all the flats now, no problem. I'll be able to repay the bank loan in full. We'll make a nice, tidy profit, so no more worries about whether we can afford our dream house or not, right? So you and me have really got something to celebrate with our friends in the Rovers tonight.
Yes, we do. Makes you think, though, doesn't it? There's poor Ashley, and here's us. Everything going right. No more money worries. Bail hostel scheme cancelled.
Yeah, I wish that bail hostel scheme had never been thought of. You're right, Gail. Life's not about justice or fairness. It's just blind chance. If you happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I wish it had happened sooner.
What?
Scrapping the bail hostel. I wish it had happened weeks sooner.
Well, at least it's happened now. So all's well that ends well.
Do you want me to come with you to see Gail?
Thanks, Archie, but I don't think so. Be like two red rags to a bull.
Kids, no matter how old they get, you never stop fretting about them. Makes you glad you're only the one.
Yeah, well, I've got three myself. As well as David, I've got Sarah, Lou, Nick.
Ah, yes, well, David's your own, isn't he? That's what I mean by only the one.
No, I don't know. Take Sarah. I've been in her life from her being a toddler. And if I live to be 100, she'll still feel like my kid. But that's what it's like when you take on a kid from being a little one, when you take responsibility for him. So it makes you feel like they're yours. And I tell you this, Fred, I won't swap that feeling for a gold clock.
Oh,
Is it all right if I come in?
what do you want?
I want to talk. I'm still your mother, girl. Whatever's happened between us, I care about you.
Okay, come in.
Is he out?
If you mean Richard, yes, he is.
So, I can ask you, what about this bombshell of Sarah's, then?
What?
The test that Aidan Critchley told her about. Oh, surely she's told you she's been to see him and what the solicitor said.
Just a minute. Are you telling me Sarah's visited Aidan Critchley in prison?
Gail, now don't be angry, please, because what we know now is very important. The lad was drugged. No, it's not a tale. He's had tests done. Tests the police did.
You never let up, do you?
Will you listen? The lad was drugged to the eyeballs on sleeping tablets, stuff that really knocks you out. I mean, they found that out by giving him a blood test. So he couldn't possibly have attacked Emily or killed Maxine, not when they said it happened. Somebody else must have done it and then made it look like the lad
Just
did.
stop this! Stop this now, before you bring Richard's name into this fairy story.
Gail, I do understand that it is not easy for you, but you have got to start facing the fact that the man in this house
He's my husband! That's what he is! And you'll stop at nothing to split us up!
Oh, don't be so ridiculous. Come on, do you think I like telling you these things, seeing the way you look at me? He tried to kill Emily so he could get at the money. But then he killed poor Maxine because she walked in on him.
You get out of this house! You get out now!
The man is a killer, Gail. You are not safe, and neither are the children.
The point is, you went visiting Aidan Critchley. And what's more, you know you did wrong because you did it without telling me. I had to find out from somebody else.
Who? Oh, Todd, I suppose.
No, your grandmother.
Well, she was on at me to tell you. I don't know why.
I do, so you peddle her mad fantasies about Richard.
What's it got to do with Richard? Look, all A told me is that the police did tests on him, found drugs in his system, which shows that he couldn't have been...
That's enough, Sarah. I'm sick of hearing how thugs like Aidan Critchley are misunderstood and innocent while hard-working, decent people are abused and slandered. And I'm disappointed in you, Sarah. Going behind me back.
OK! OK, look, I'm going to go and give Bethany a bath.
What did he claim he was drugged with?
Sleeping tablets, tranquilizers. He did say it was, Daisy something or other, I can't remember. Right, I'll go give Bethany a bath.
Gail, something wrong?
Oh, I didn't hear you come in.
Somebody ill?
No. Just got a bit of a headache, that's all. I was looking for the aspirin.
Oh, I'm sorry. You sure you feel up to coming to our little farewell celebration at the Rovers tonight?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Well, as long as you're sure. Hey, come on, sit down here. Let me find those aspirin for you.
There you go. Hey, strong boy, aren't you?
It's going to be difficult on your own, you know.
Won't be on my own. But with Joshua.
You know what I mean? Having to cope with a little lad. Feeding yourself and him, all the washing, keeping the house clean. There'll be a lot to do, is what I'm saying.
I'll manage.
You don't have to do this, Ashley. I mean, you're doing fine here. You've got help, you've got backup.
I don't want to stop where one of us isn't wanted.
See, you're making too much of this. Now, will you stop that and talk to me? For goodness sake, can we not have speech about this in a reasonable manner?
Oh, no. Me mother's here.
Don't let it upset you, Gail. Granted, they tried to blacken my name and drive a wedge between
That's
you
exactly
and me.
why it does upset me.
But they haven't succeeded, that's the point. They've lost and I've won. Oh, hiya. We've won, I should say. They can't hurt us. Once we move house, we'll not be around for them to annoy us with the whispering and the nasty looks. All that will be behind us.
Hello, Gail, Richard. You all right? Can I get you a drink?
Oh, no, I'll get these, Martin, I insist. After all, it's our party. Shelley, can you make sure everyone has a refill? Yourself included, of course.
Oh, thanks very nice one, Richard.
It's all right.
Very good of you.
We've been talking about this house you're moving to. It sounds wonderful.
Yes, you can tell why Gail thinks it's a dream house.
Yeah, and I've told Kevin one day we want a house like that, don't we?
Oh, and I've told Sally in that case. Gonna have to keep doing a lottery.
Me and Steve could have had one of Richard's flats, rock bottom price, but no, Steve knew best.
Give it a rest, Karen, will you?
Oh, nice bracelet, Gail. Is that a Christmas present?
No, it was a present from Richard before we got married.
Must be nice to have an husband that's got a head for business, buys you really nice presents. Shame I can't say the same, eh, Steve?
Grab hold of this, Gail. Won't be a minute. Don't go away.
Thanks.
Look at him, surrounded by his admirers. That man got away with murder.
It's a great pity you couldn't get through to Gail. But I'm sure you did your best.
I might just as well have held my breath. I mean, she is besotted by the man. It was in the wrong in her eyes.
Stop going on about Richard buying Gail presents, will you?
Well, when's the last time you bought me a bracelet? Oh, look, when's the first time you bought me one?
Anyway, listen. Richard didn't buy that bracelet. I found it on the site when we were building the flats. And Richard, the cheeky beggar, said, oh, I know who that belongs to. It was the woman that came round to see the flats early. I'll make sure she gets it. Next thing, Gail's got it on her wrist.
Shut up.
I'm telling you. Tells lies for England, that bloke.
At my time of life, a man's not making many plans. He's taking stock. He's trying to make sense of what he's been and what he's done and what he's not done. One thing I didn't do, and I regret it. I should have let you know I were your father sooner, a lot sooner.
Yes, you should.
You can't rewrite the past. So a man like me finds such comfort as he can in the present. And happen the future. The future after he's long gone. I'm trying to explain to you, Ashley, why, when I found out I weren't Joshua's granddad by blood, why I were upset. A man likes to think somewhat of himself goes on as I go on in you. I thought I did in Joshua, but I don't, and it were a blow. I'm sorry that I showed it. You love the little lad, I can see that. I want to do the same. And I will do the same, if you'll let me.
Well, blood or no blood. I'm Joshua's dad in every way that matters. You might think I'm stupid now. But about Maxine, do you see? Every time I look at him, I see her. And while I've got him, I've still got a bit of her. So I've not lost everything. Not everything. And I loved her, you know.
I know.
I mean, look at him, holding forth with all his admirers. Oh, frankly, I can't stand any more of this. I'm going home. I don't want to be in the same room as him. Night, Norris.
I'll drop you off.
Ma'am.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Gail. I won't be congratulating you and Richard on your so-called dream house.
I want to ask you something.
Oh, well, yes. I absolutely loved being thrown out in the street by my own daughter. Is that what you wanted to know?
What I wanted to ask was, when you were staying with us after the fire, what were the sleeping pills you had?
They were called diazepam.
What happened to them?
I left them at your house. Come on, Archie. Oh, I know you won't believe me, but it was diazepam that they found in Aidan Critchley's bloodstream.
What's wrong? More trouble with your mother?
Nice, Richard. You and Gail aren't leaving, are you? Because we want a speech, don't we?
No.
Yes. Speech. Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes, come on. Address the bar. This should lubricate your tonsils. Come on, speech.
Wasn't figuring of speech, you know.
Oh, well, Gail, we didn't expect all this, did we? Well, the idea of having a few drinks here this evening was just our way of saying thank you to all our friends. People who we're going to miss. Good neighbours who turn to each other when there's trouble. We've been through some difficult times lately. Had a lot of nasty shocks. I don't think I need to dwell on the details. We were close to losing our Sarah. I've had business setbacks. Overcome now, I'm glad to say. We've had a lot of pressures. And through it all, I've had the unstinting support of my own princess, Gail. She's been my rock. And I want to say, and I mean this sincerely, I don't think there's a greater blessing in life a man could have than a wonderful and loving wife.
Shelley, here's a couple of scotches, will you? I'm sorry, I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Not at all, Ashley. I was just getting a bit sentimental. It's one of my biggest faults. Well, let me just finish by saying that we're not moving far. We don't want to go away from our friends. We'll be back frequently. Shelley, if you'd like to do the drinks again.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us, and so say all of us.
A toast to this little chap here, our Joshua. Long life, good health and happiness to him. You're dead set on flitting then, back to your house?
We've got to do it sometime. How long we'll leave it the ad it'll get.
Fair enough, if your mind's made up. I've got a favour to ask you. Let me move in and all. Now, hang on. It makes sense, does this? If you go to shop, which in my view you need to, I'll be there to mind Joshua. Then when you come back of an evening, you take over, and I'll come over here to see all's well with the Rovers. You see? I can be useful to you and to him.
I'll be much obliged to you, Dad.
Did you know, Gail, this little party's been quite an eye-opener. I had no idea we were quite so popular. Hey, you okay? You look a bit under the weather.
Richard, you said something this morning. We were talking about you selling another flat and the bail hostel scheme being cancelled.
Yes.
You said something like, why couldn't it have happened sooner? What did you mean?
I'm sorry, I'm not with you.
Well, suppose it had happened sooner. The bail hostel scheme being flung out. What difference would it have made?
Oh, well, for a start, would have saved us weeks of worry, which I, for one, could have well done without.
Oh.
Is it a headache? Something's the matter, I know there is.
Now then, you two, you must come and have a drink with me and Deirdre, Gail.
No, I'm fine, thanks, Ken.
Well, Richard, you can manage another. Come on. No, I insist.
Come on, Richard, come and have a drink with us.
What do you like?
Have a short.
All right, just a small brandy.
Right, small brandy, please. Actually, it was a favour I wanted to ask you, Richard. We've got some savings that we'd like to put to better use, only don't quite know where to go. Oh, thank you, that's quick. Cheers. Cheers. Look, I hope this isn't an imposition, but we really would value your expert advice.
I'm sorry, Ken, would you run that past me again? In fact, could we have this conversation tomorrow? I've really got to go.
Sure, right.
Mum, is that you?
Yes, love. Everything all right?
Yeah, I've just got Bethany off. David is fast asleep in bed, which is where I'm headed. I'm absolutely shattered.
Good night, though.
Sweet dreams.
You left me at the pub. What's the matter?
Those sleeping pills me mum had. She left them here the night she took off. What happened to them?
Your mum's pills? Well, search me, you're going back weeks now. Wait a minute, I think I remember throwing them in the bin. Well, with kids in the house, you don't want that sort of thing lying around, do you?
You had those pills. I saw you with them. It was the night Maxine was murdered.
What is this, Gail? What's bothering you? Something is.
I'm wondering about things that have happened. All the trouble with me mum.
Oh, she's been putting the poison in, has she? That's it, isn't it?
No, not just that. I saw the way you looked at Ashley tonight. Like you were seeing terrible things.
Oh, come on, Gail.
I have to know, Richard. I can't stand what I'm starting to think. Please, tell me the truth.
I always tell you the truth, Gail.
Please, please tell me the truth now, Richard. You didn't kill Maxine, did you? Did you?
I won't lie to you, Gail. Perhaps this is all for the best. Yes. It was me.